Hey, how y'all doing this morning? Today is an exciting day. We're going to prep and paint the parts, we hope, for the golf cart. I've already done a lot of behind the scenes kind of stuff. I've washed all the pieces. We actually used a grease remover first time. I've actually took a stripping pad to all the pieces, but this is my final one. And then I'm now getting ready to repair these little chips that are damaged. I'm using glazing spot putty. I've never used this. We'll see how it works. Sorry about that. But anyway, so we're going to repair these. Once they get sanded down and repaired, then we'll be able to go over with the spray-on grease remover. I've never used this either, or wax remover, whatever you can call it. Wipe it down, clean it up, and be ready for paint. The paint that we're using is actually a metallic blue. I'm going to put 3 coats on probably. Then I'm going to do clear over top of that. I have never done this on plastic before, so I have no idea how it's going to work. I'm just trying to, I know prep is the hardest part of it, most time consuming. It took me probably 4 or 5 hours the other day. My wife's actually helped wash off some of the pieces, get them prepped also. So we're almost there. We got some work to do yet today, and hopefully we get some paint. I'm going to actually go ahead and get ready put the glazing putty on. What I've done, I've taken a 60 grit, rough that up, then I take a 150 and get it as smooth as I possibly can. Then I'll probably take a 220 around the edge, and then I'll put that glazing compound on, or glazing putty. It says to use 320 sandpaper. I don't have any, so I'm going to use what I got, 220 and 500. We'll go from there, and I'll bring you back after I get the glazing putty on before I sand it. So let's get at it. Okay, it's now afternoon. I got all the pieces, cracks and scratches and all that stuff bondoed or puttied or whatever you want to call it. I used this wax and grease remover from Rust-Oleum. Spray on, first time I ever used it. I like it. Now what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to blow it off with an air compressor, all the pieces. Then I'm going to take it one more time with the old stripping pad there, and then I'm going to put the wax remover on it again and wipe everything down. And then I'm going to actually try to paint. It's real windy today. I'm going to see if I can set up something outside, because I can't spray inside. It's too dirty in here. Of course, it's dirty outside too, but I just don't have room in here in the shipping container. So I'm going to try to make the makeshift place out front, out back here to paint. And once I get that set up, I'll bring you back. I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to just use those stripping pad here, wipe it down again, blow it off, use the wax and grease remover, and then I'll be ready to start paint. And I'm going to go set up my area first. Be back in a minute. Okay, got everything all done. I'm going to do the wax remover one more time. I'm going to wipe everything down. Then after that, we're going to use a plastic adhesion promoter. It says to spray it 3 coats within 3 minutes of each other. Spray a coat, 3 minutes. Spray a coat, 3 minutes. And spray the last one. Same thing with the paint we're going to be using. Is actually going to be a metallic blue by Rust-Oleum. We're going to spray it within 10 minutes of spraying the plastic adhesion. You start spraying. Again, this is supposed to be 1, 2, 3 coats. I'm going to do 3 coats, I believe. And then after that, exact same thing as the paint, I'm going to put clear on. Well, grab where I can. And I'm using Ultra Cover 2 times clear. I'm going to do probably 3 coats of that. And again, right after each other. They say within the adhesion is 3 minutes. The paint, I think, is within 1 hour. They say 10 minutes. And then the same thing with the clear. So I'm going to wipe down the rest of the things, because I moved them from my building out to here. I'm going to wipe them down one more time. And then we're going to get busy with it. Okay, let's get at it.
And I noticed when I got runs, it was always because, well, besides me being an inexperienced painter and using spray cans, it's where I start. When I start, I'm not moving fast enough. Where I'm starting right on top of the plastic, where I should have probably just started off of it and then came into it. But I didn't. I'm new. And this is getting a little low. I'm going to go ahead and switch. Kind of tight here painting too. That's how come I tripped and fell into the cart side panel. And this side over here is the side that got runs. I sprayed too much clear on it the first thing. If I had to do over again, I'd probably go get me a spray gun. Don't know if that made it better, but I would have felt better about it. All right, I'll bring you back here just shortly. Hey, how's it going? Brought my golf cart parts back, body parts back into the shipping container. Got to looking at them. It's not too bad. So next video, I should be putting it on the cart. Hopefully, I'll have either have worked on the lift and lifted it up, or just putting the regular wheels and rims on there. But anyway, we'll have another video after this one with all the parts on the cart. So let's see how it goes. I'm kind of excited about it. The cart runs good. I've actually ran around the yard a bunch of times. Everything seems to be working fine on it. Got everything painted. I probably spent more time than I had to prepping this thing. After all, it is just a cheap golf cart. But again, I was doing this for a learning experience. I got a Yamaha I'm going to be doing next. And my wife wanted to put some money into it, so I figured we'll probably, this was supposed to be hers, but she decided she wants the Yamaha. So that's what we're going to do. Hopefully I get that thing running. I think I'm going to put a 48 volt motor in it, and then we'll go from there and see how that thing works. But anyway, as always, let's get at it. Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be upholstering a golf cart seat. Pretty much we're going to be wrapping it in vinyl. It's pretty much probably generic here. I'm going to be basically doing two videos in one. I'm going to do the one for the Melex, but then I'm going to do one just upholstering a vinyl seat. So that's what we're going to be doing. As you see, definitely need it replaced. This thing's seen better times. This old golf cart I've been working on is actually one that's been on a farm for a long time, and I'm just going to make it a little bit better. I think I'm going to have 4 episodes once it's finished. But let's get back to the upholstery part of it. Okay, as far as upholstering, I've never done a golf cart seat. I have done upholstering, just minor stuff. I use cloth most of the time. I think I may have used vinyl before, just been a long time. So that's what we're going to do. Now let me show you what we're working on. This is what we're going to be working with. Okay, let's see what this thing looks like. Looks pretty good. I'm actually going to tuck that in. It looks like I see it now. I'll tuck that in a little bit. I don't know. I'll just leave it like that. So anyway, there's no wrinkles here is what I like about it. Usually if you try to stretch it over, you can heat it and do all kind of crazy stuff to it, and you can get it to look halfway decent when you heat the edges. I just didn't like the way that looked, so I did it this way. I just call this a rollover. I don't know what they call it in real world because I'm not a upholsterer, but it looks real good. I'm happy with the way it looks. Getting ready to put it on the cart here in a few minutes. I'll bring you back. Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today's going to be the final day of the Mel-X golf cart build. I'm going to reveal it, just tell you a little bit about what we've done. We actually got it off the trailer, pressure washed it, cleaned up best we could just to get a look at it. Then the frame needed some work, so we actually tore it down, flipped it up on the side. I thought that was going to be the hardest part of the thing, was going to be doing the frame. The frame actually wasn't that bad. I mean, it was bad, but it wasn't that hard. The prepping for the paint was by far the hardest thing to do out of this whole thing. Of course, the first thing I'd done before I did anything was test the motor to make sure it worked. It worked fine. Then once we got the frame taken care of, then I put the painted the frame. Then we put went and got batteries, put new batteries in it, wired it all up, made the cables, wired it all up in series, then tested it. It actually ran good, so made me okay, go ahead and finish it up. The only thing I haven't done to this cart that I said I was going to, I didn't do a lift. I may do that in the future. If I do, I'll bring it back and show you. Haven't got the tires and rims for it yet. Still don't know. I've actually got them ordered, but it may go on the other cart over here. Just may leave it like this, because this is just for the yard. It's not going anywhere. It's not going to be one that's put on the road anywhere or anything like that. It's just going to be here at the property. So, no further ado, let's take a look at this thing. Now what I've done to this golf cart, I actually have painted it metallic blue. The paint's pretty good overall. As you can see, the tires are the original tires, just got air in them and keeping them aired up. Of course, pressure washed this thing 3 or 4 different times. Did the upholstery, put new batteries in it. Other than that, like I said, the frame, just a good little cart now. So we'll show me riding around on here just a little bit, and we'll go from there. Now, let me just run you around this thing real quick. Thing I did that I wasn't planning on, I actually painted the back of the seats in metallic blue also. I was just going to paint them black. I like the way that turned out. Don't pay attention to all my junk over here on the side. Just things I'm working on. Okay, let's take this thing for a ride. Alright, that's it, guys. Appreciate you watching. Gonna be doing the Yamaha next probably. It may not be for another month, but at least I'm going to, it'll get done. So I'm really happy with the way it came out. Still got some work to do on it. That'll be another day. So I just want to say thank you for watching, and if you would, like and subscribe. And as always, let's get at it.